Hi, welcome back. I hope everyone had a great holiday weekend if you are in the States. I'm here to decompress today. This is going to be a little bit of this, a little bit of that video. So I'm going to talk about a few updates on the Project Pan situation. I've got some Project Pan items in here that I've replaced. Also, a couple of newish items that I've promised that I'm going to use in videos and elaborate a little bit more on. Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Palette and the Merit Holiday Set. Just applying a little bit of my Exa Redness Color Corrector because, I don't know if you've noticed, my redness and eczema are almost completely diminished, and I think that's because I found the culprit. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what this culprit is, and I feel like it's my due diligence to tell you about this in case you missed it, in case you don't follow me on Instagram, or if you have not heard about this nationwide recall with the laundry detergent brand that I actually exclusively use. And I know I've mentioned it on social media several times because I have been using this brand on my clothes for at least 5 to 6 years now. Intermission here. I'm using NARS Light Reflecting because it is my new Project Pan foundation. Anyways, the brand is the Laundress. Like I said, I've been using them for at least 5 years now. They issued a nationwide recall for elevated levels of bacteria, and they've now come to announce that the bacteria found is pseudomonias, which is basically a bacteria that can cause pneumonia. I think it can also cause several other things, but I didn't want to freak myself out and look that far into it, but it's very interesting because like I said, I've been using their products for 5 to 6 years now. Absolutely no reactions, no issues. It seems like the affected date or products started around like January of this year. I normally place a couple large orders a year that get me through the entire year. So I placed an order in February and in June of this year. Interestingly enough, we all know I've been complaining about how bad my eczema was and how I wasn't even sure if it was eczema because the stuff my derm was giving me wasn't really helping. That started in July of this year. So of course I go and I check my products, which unfortunately I had used up the majority because that order was placed in June. I only had about 5 products left from that order, and I checked them and they were all a part of the affected batches or the affected products that the laundress released. So I can only assume that the ones that I had already used up were also affected. This is Dior Forever Skin, also a new concealer in my Project Pan. So immediately when I find this out, I go on this, it turned into like a week-long spree of me rewashing all of my clothes, rewashing my bedding, because that's what I wash all of my stuff in. And within 3 days, probably about 3 days of wearing like my rewashed clothes and sleeping on bedding, and by the way, I was just rewashing everything in like Arm & Hammer Free and Clear. My skin cleared up like 90%. I'm gonna put some before and after pictures up so you can see what I'm talking about. But it was just astonishing, especially my neck. You can look at my neck right now and see there's barely anything happening. Unfortunately, I put on a shirt this morning that I don't think got rewashed, and I noticed that I'm getting like redness on my neck. But my neck has been completely cleared up. That's been a really big affected area other than my face. So yeah, I'm like 99% sure that's why my skin has been effed up for the past 6 months, because the laundry products I was using contained like harmful bacteria. So all of this to say, if you use the Laundress, if you have ever used their products, go back, check your batch orders. If you've been having mysterious skin issues and you use their products, look, I know everyone can have different sensitivities and can develop sensitivities to fragrance and things like that, but it's just it's a little sus that after I rewashed everything, my skin cleared up immediately. And a lot of you are probably like, well, why didn't you like do this sooner? Listen, I've been using their products, like I said, for so long and have never had issues with them that I didn't think that could be it. So fun times in my household. Let's move on. I'm using NARS Casino Cream Bronzer today. today because honestly, I'm tired of my Makeup by Mario one. It is still in my project pan, but I get like, look at the effect. I mean, I'm going to blend this out smoother, but I just really have been appreciating the drama of this cream bronzer lately. I wore it, we had like some family holiday pictures done, and I wore it for those pictures, and I was like, ooh man, I forgot how much I like this bronzer. The Makeup by Mario one is definitely more sheer. It's supposed to be sheer. It's not supposed to be like, you know, a super pigmented bronzer, and I just feel like with my fair skin, I need something that kind of pops a little bit more. So I pulled the NARS one out, and it pairs lovely with the NARS foundation, but you know, you can see like it gives me a good bit of definition. I'm wondering how everyone's Black Friday, Cyber Monday shopping experience went this year, because a lot of makeup brands that I was not expecting to see big deals from had really good deals. Armani had 30% off, which is really good for them. I don't see that type of sale with them often. I posted about that. I had the Power Fabric foundation and concealer in my cart to order, and I was like, you know what? We are still on the Project Pan ride. I'm going to try not to overconsume, you know, this sell season. So I backed out of that, but let me know if you're a Power Fabric fan, because I've never used Power Fabric. I have been stuck on Luminous Silk for all these years, and I don't think I've ever touched or picked up the Power Fabric, but I know a lot of people really enjoy it. Oh yeah, I meant to put on my lip balm. This is the Alpenbeauty Wildcraft Willow and Sweet Agave Plumping Lip Mask, and I have really been enjoying this. I got this from Credo during their sale, and you know what? It doesn't really like plump your lips. Like there's nothing that stings, but there is something about it that kind of gives the illusion of fuller lips. So I've just been enjoying it for that reason. It feels like very natural. I'm going to use my Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh blush. This one is in the shade called Light Peach. I raved about this blush. It is stunning, miracle serum youthful goodness, just like the rest of the Chanel Le Beige collection. This is it. I love this blush. It applies so heavenly, just the perfect amount of pigment for my preference. I mean, that right there, good enough for me. But you could definitely build it up if you wanted to, but it just looks like skin when you apply it. So we all know and love that type of formula. It looks stunning with the Chanel Freshwater tint as well. It's like a match made in heaven. Okay, I'm gonna use my Merit Bounce highlighter, which comes in the holiday set. Here, I'll give you a little preview rundown of this set. So this comes with 3 full-size items and then 2 mini items. So the full size is the limited edition lipstick. You get a full-size bounce highlighter and then a full-size clear brow gel. The minis are the Great Skin, which I meant to use at the beginning of this video. Damn it, I forgot. I wanted to use that because I wanted to show you like the very soft glow it gives on the skin, but I think I used it in a couple videos back. Anyways, last thing is a mini mascara. So this is the holiday set. They have several other sets if this one doesn't pique your interest. But I'm going to be using most of the stuff out of this today so you can kind of see it in action. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the highlighter on the back of my sponge and just tap this in. This is a very natural, like glazed donut style highlighter. It doesn't contain a ton of pigment, but it is pretty high in the like gloss arena. So it looks very glossy on the skin. I used up my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder, so now I have moved on to the Rare Beauty powder, and I've actually been really enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. I thought it would be like super mattifying, and it can be if you keep a heavy hand, but for the most part, it just gives a very soft focus finish. So yeah, I've been enjoying this one. Still working on Urban Decay Brow Blade for my brows. Honestly, I'll probably just repurchase this when I run out because I've been using this for like 2 years straight. Okay, this is the Merit pomade, brow pomade, and it's just in the clear one. So if you do get the set, it's just going to be a universal clear shade that's going to match any brow color. Bringing you in a little closer so we can use Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes. I think this is back in stock. I think it's been back in stock for a while. It sold out super quick when he launched it. And I have to say, I've really been enjoying this. The mattes are ultra creamy. I haven't used any of the other Makeup by Mario shadows. So the matte shades in this palette are like super pigmented and creamy. And then the shimmer shades, he says, are like this innovative formula that have never been done before. And it's like, I forgot what he calls the shades. I think they're called glossy shadows or like a mirror shadow formula. But basically he says like the formula has never been done before. They do remind me of the pop shades that come in the Charlotte Tilbury palettes, except for actually toned down a little bit. So the pop shades, you can feel they have a grit, a texture to them. The shades in this palette are much more smooth, and they are just like a sheer veil when you apply them, unless you put like a primer underneath, which I'm going to do today. I'm actually going to use Bobbi Brown's Vanilla, just so you can see like the intensity that can be built up. And what I think I'm going to do is actually, I think I'm going to mix this shade with one of my favorites in the palette that I've been using, which is this one right here. This one I think might be a little bit too dark for me, so that's why I'm going to do like a little mix action. I want to keep this actually very soft and ethereal. I want to keep with the vibe and the theme. So I'm just mainly going to use this taupe tone right here, and I'm just going to start out by applying that to outer portion, and I just want to keep this really soft. Like, I don't want to do anything overboard. I'm actually just planning on going to exercise after this, so I like to keep it PG for the gym. I actually like normally never wear makeup, and it's hilarious when I go there. The people that work the front desk, the few times that I do wear makeup, they always say something. They're always like, "Oh my gosh, like your makeup looks," and it's because I just don't wear it there, so people just aren't used to seeing me, I guess. I also feel like this palette has a good mix of cool and warm tone shades, which sometimes I find palettes lack in, especially in the cool tone arena. Warm tones have been so popular for such a long time now. I feel like sometimes it's hard to find the cooler tones. I'm also just going to take the cream color up here. It's a really good transitional shade for me, just to pop like almost where my brow bone is. I don't like my brow bone to be, you know, like stark white, so this gives like a good soft kind of medium tone color. Okay, that's good. I feel like we are at a level that I want, and now I'm going to take my Bobbi Brown shadow stick in Vanilla, and I'm just going to pop that right here in the center so the Makeup by Mario shadow pops off a little bit. I mean, they're actually very like noticeable even if you don't put something underneath, but this definitely does help elevate. So again, we're taking this tone, which is more of like a gray, with this pewter shade, and just gonna mix those on my finger and just tap into the lid. And I am going to sweep a little bit of that matte taupe color underneath as well. I'm going to tightline with Jones Road Onyx. Tarte Surfer Curl, I am almost out and ready to move on to another mascara in my project pan, and I will be sad to see this go. This is my second or third tube of this mascara this year, so we all know I kind of have an affinity for it. It's just so good with my lashes. Okay, I'm going to do my neutral lip combo before I show you the red that comes in the Merit Holiday set, just because I had initially planned on doing a neutral look today anyways. So my combo today is going to be the Patrick Ta lip liner in the shade She's Strong, and then I have my little Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm, like lip balm, the little one that you can take with you. This is perfect for that just soft pink glossy lip. So this combo together I've really been enjoying, and it will go nice with this look. But I also want to do the Merit one as well. Okay, fast forward. I went and did my hair so I could stop giving off lazy vibes in every single video. But this is the neutral look, very ethereal. This is what, I mean, no matter, I love the colors on the eyes, like even mixing, but I feel like no matter what eye look I do, it always comes out ethereal. So I feel like the palette lives up to its name. You could definitely deepen things up, but no matter what, with those little just like pops, it gives the total ethereal vibe. So I guess I'm going to switch out and try on the Merit lipstick. This is the Merit limited edition lipstick in Aperitif. It's a really nice, sometimes I feel like it's neutral and sometimes I feel like it runs a little bit more on the orange side, but it's a pretty sheer red. You can build it up, but I've been wearing it more on the sheer side. So this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like with a sheer layer, and I think I am going to build it up a little bit more just because I've been wearing it like this, and I'm interested to see what it looks like built up a little bit more. Okay, so she pops off definitely a little bit more with a couple more layers. I would definitely say seeing it full on like this, you can tell it does run a little bit more on like the warm orange side, but I love that in a red lipstick. So, this is a very gorgeous color. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep this on. I really like it built up. Like I said, I've been wearing it just like very sheer on my lips, but it looks super gorgeous to its full potential. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my little rant and rave today about, you know, my ongoing skin issues, bacteria recall, Black Friday. Kind of just wanted to sit down and engage and catch up on some things I've been meaning to talk about also in my collection. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see in some upcoming videos. Obviously, we're going to do best of what is the year? What is the year? Best of 2022. We're going to do a roundup, of course, but I love to kind of gauge your interest for the upcoming year, what you're enjoying, what you want to see more of. So leave that down below for me, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.